Alright, what is up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris and today, back with another video here, another game review. Flyers pick up a 2-1 win in overtime against the Boston Bruins at home. The last home game of the 6 preseason games. And a little bit of a different lineup tonight. I was in attendance for this one, bought some tickets this morning, and decided why not, let's go to a game. So ended up going to the game with my mom. Good time, good game, good win. And let's get into it. So, just a quick thing to start off. If you notice, Carter Hart had a new mask. That is a Ghost Rider themed mask. I have footage of that mask being painted, the process of all of that. You can check that out on my channel. The link will be in the description below. I posted that a couple weeks ago. But yeah, it was an awesome time with Franny Drummond from Paint Zoo Studios. Amazing guy, so talented at what he does. So seriously, go check that out. Link will be in the description below. Now, getting into the game, a little bit of a different lineup tonight for the Flyers. You see a handful of guys come in. Some guys kind of switch. The D pairs are pretty much the same. Carter Hart plays the full game in this one. So the first line of the night was Farabee with Couturier and Konechny. I had a conversation with Yuri Wallach the other day. We were talking about, the difference in lines and how we kind of like them and things like that. One thing I mentioned was seeing Farabee with Couturier and Konechny. Flyers try that out tonight. I thought that line looked pretty well together. A second line was Lindblom with Frost and Atkinson. Wasn't a bad line. I think Frost had some pretty decent plays again. I didn't necessarily notice him as much as I did against Washington, but overall I thought he had a pretty solid game again. Third line was JVR with Elliot Desnoyers and Nicholas Aube-Kubel. That was a pretty good line. I saw some really good things. Aube-Kubel had some jump in this game. Desnoyers had a fight, which was awesome. I thought JVR played pretty well as well too. Bunneman was with Jackson, Cates, and Willman on the fourth line, and then Provorov and Ellis, Yandel and Wiley, Hoegberg and Clendening were the D pairs, and as I said, Carter Hart played the full game in this one. So starting out, first period, Atkinson, he fired a puck from the red line, just came right off of Swayman's pads, and Lindblom almost got there for a chance in front early. Hart had a pretty good save on a wraparound chance. That play was skated out by the Flyers. Aube-Kubel flies through the neutral zone, gets a partial breakaway. Great pad save there by Swayman. Frost really opened himself up for a shot in the slot. Pretty good pass there from Hoegberg to get it to him. And it was checked right away when he went to shoot. So he made the good play to get open, just couldn't necessarily really get the shot off. Again, pretty good setup. Desnoyers had a nice touch pass to Ellis, sprung Aube-Kubel for a shot out the wing, and then Yandel, a couple seconds later, had a touch pass to Cates in the slot. The shot was blocked, and then a scramble ensued for a few chances in close on Swayman. Aube-Kubel definitely had jump. That was one thing I did mention. He had jump very noticeable early on. Bunneman had a really nice block shot. Bruins centered the puck. And they ended up getting a point shot, which Bunneman was able to block. Power play here for the Flyers. 10:46. The unit was Couturier, Konechny, JVR, Yandel, and Farabee. Shot from Yandel was blocked, went right to Couturier for a shot that just missed the post. It was kind of low on the ice. Frost just missed Atkinson in time. Really nice patience, though. They didn't have any shots on that, but that was killed off. Lindblom had a really nice block shot, which ended up setting up a Flyers breakout. There really wasn't much going on after that Flyers power play. It was kind of back and forth play. Farabee had a nice chance off the draw. First one was blocked. Second one, that he shot it, but ended up going high. It might have deflected. Wiley, he got beat on the wall. Best Bruins chance in tight. He got beat on the wall. I believe it was Kuhlman who took it, chipped it by him, and just went all the way around and went for a wraparound, but Hart was right there with the pad. Yandel ended up taking a puck to the face a couple seconds later. He stayed on the ice for a couple seconds, skated right off, just sat down on the bench, was fine. I don't know if it was a puck, stick, whatever, but it looked like it was a puck from where I was sitting. Ellis had a really nice stick check on a partial breakaway for the Bruins. Desnoyers had a chance in front of a really nice pass by Lindblom behind the net. Lindblom was so patient behind the net that he set every Bruins defenseman to just kind of go to him, and he just, little shovel pass over to Desnoyers, shot one off Swayman in the head. Flyers get a power play here. They held the puck for a while. They set up shop, which was good. They really generated a good amount of chances. And this is just on the delayed penalty. I think the penalty, from what I remember, and glancing at the scoreboard when the ref put his arm up, I believe it was a 2:35. Now, I might be wrong. But the whistle blew at 1:02. So that's like at least a minute and a half, minute 25 seconds where the Flyers just held the puck for a long period of time. So that was good to see. End of one, pretty solid period overall by the Flyers. They generated offense, had a good handful of chances. I didn't necessarily think they had the best transition game. I thought there were some plays where they were kind of sloppy getting through the neutral zone and stuff, like breakouts and such. But and I think that was more for the bottom pairings. That's the Provorov-Ellis pairing. I didn't really see a problem with that. The Hogberg and Clendening pairing, there were some times, and Yandel and Wiley had a little mess ups here and there, but overall, I thought it was a pretty good period overall, just for the team in general. The second period, the power play runs over. Couturier had a shot that got blocked, but it was killed off. JVR had a really nice hustle play to set up a chance. The puck went all the way. He got right there first, but sent it all the way down. Went all the way out of the zone. Hart had a nice glove save off a bad read by Clendening on a 2-on-1. I believe it was Clendening and Hogberg who were the two defensemen, and someone changed, and Hogberg was going to go to the one side, and Clendening said no, and then they both got crisscrossed, and the Bruins just came up on a 2-on-1, and then Hart just kind of snagged it out of the air like he usually does. Clendening, he fired a one-timer wide, really nice setup there by JVR to get it up to Hogberg, and then back down low to Clendening over for the one-timer that ended up going wide and just rimmed all the way around the boards. Willman had a nice block shot from the point. Really solid shift there by the Couturier line. Some pretty good pressure. Yandel almost hit Farabee for a pass in the slot. Atkinson is a breakaway. He kind of was hooked and then fanned on it. They called the hook, so the Flyers get a power play at 9:53. This is one of their best power plays of the night. Farabee almost hit JVR backdoor. Really good puck movement. They had a scramble in front off a really nice play. They were just moving the puck so crisp and clean, and they ended up having a shot that got blocked, and Cooch just dove out to kind of poke it back out to Yandel, and they fired it. And they were just digging away. Loose puck. Ref was right on top of it. Didn't blow the whistle. Saw it. And then Flyers had a couple more chances. Farabee shoots it. Covered up by Swayman. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Whistle blows. And Ellis, he gives a little cross check. And then he gets slammed to the ice. And they called the penalty on Ellis for a rough. Which, okay, I get it. If you're going to call it, then maybe call it a cross-check, but that was not a roughing penalty. I get it if you want to maybe keep calling this little, the cross-check and things like that. I know they've been kind of really honing down on that, but, I seriously, again, that was not a roughing call. And two, it was one of them phantom calls where, how do you call that on Ellis? It's just very odd. And, of course, Boston would score on that. It was a play that ended up hitting the post, scramble in front, slam dunk. Wasn't much really anybody can do. It kind of just fluttered in the air and slammed it home. So it was 1-0 Boston there. And then Dinoyer ended up dropping gloves with more. Really nice fight, good tilt. Again, it was awesome to see Dinoyer do that, excuse me. He's such a good kid, and again, he's a guy that I seriously could see playing for the Phantoms this year and having a really good, solid year. I don't know necessarily the rules with the AHL. I've heard they've been trying to change the age rule and things like that. As Dinoyer is 19, you have to be 20 to play in the AHL. But nevertheless, it would be really nice to see him play down in Lehigh Valley this year. Konechny found Ellis for a one-time rebound, came straight out off Swayman's pad. JVR had a breakaway, which was stopped backhand 5-hole. He ended up getting hooked. Flyers get a power play, and they tie the game. Couturier scores on a one-timer. Squeaked through the side of Swayman off a pretty good shift there from the top unit again. Some good puck movement. Yandel at the point is fantastic. I seriously really liked what Keith Yandel has brought to the power play. And again, really nice pass there to set up the goal and a good shot by Coots. So 2-2 there. 1-1, end of 2. Pretty good period overall. Lots of chances in the power play. Power play looked good for the Flyers. Cates and Bunneman were very noticeable on the penalty kill and the forecheck. They made some really good plays together. Shots on goal were 26-15 in favor of the Flyers, 17-11 Flyers in favor of in the third period. Or in the second period, excuse me. Third period, Flyers power play. Wiley ended up getting tripped up early. Couturier found Farabee backdoor. Stick save by Swayman. Konechny was robbed off of a point shot. Farabee hit a post. Pretty good puck movement again. Really good puck movement, I should say. Good puck movement, but no goal, sadly, which is the bummer. But again, it's looked really clean, crisp. They've gotten their looks. They've gotten chances, and they've been able to generate offense in 2 straight games with power play goals. And the power plays looked a lot better. And as I said, I think Yandel being back there has really helped. Ellis had such a solid game. He really moved the puck well. He ended up taking another penalty here, which was a penalty. It was a rough. It was kind of a play off the whistle and just slammed a guy to the ice. So that was a penalty, but he just moves the puck so clean, and he's so efficient getting it up the ice. And again, I think just in his own zone, he doesn't look like he's stressed or under a lot of pressure, even though he just makes it look so easy. The Bruins definitely had some pressure after that power play there. Flyers answered with a shift of their own, though. Atkinson set up Yandel for a one-timer that went just wide. Lindblom ended up canceling on an icing. He hit Frost in front, but was swallowed up by Swayman. Really nice passing play. Lindblom had some pretty good plays like that, where he would kind of just find guys, those like sneaky kind of passes. As I said, he had that Desnoyers chance earlier, hit Frost here, so he had a couple of good plays there. Bruins had a good amount of zone time, just not as many shots. Pretty much back and forth play in the third. I felt like the game kind of died down a little bit towards the end of it. Shots on goal at the end of the third were 34-25 in favor of the Flyers. And 50 seconds in, Couturier would make a play right at the red line, send it over to Konechny. They go in on a 2-on-1. Konechny looked like he was about to lose it, and then he sent it right over to Provorov, who slam dunked it. 2-1, Flyers win in overtime. In the shootout that they did for the practice, Konechny scored, and then everybody else missed. Wagner would go last for Boston. He would miss. Hart would make the save, and the Flyers won the shootout too. So they won the game and they won the shootout. Something is very weird that I thought I'd never say, but nevertheless, yeah, I thought it was a good game tonight from the Flyers. I thought the guys you expected to play good played pretty well. I thought Hart had a solid game. Wasn't really much he could do there on that goal. I thought Yandel was very good. Again, Couturier and those guys were good in it, and for Elliot Desnoyers, it was really good to see him, drop the mitts, and I thought he played pretty solid overall. So let me know your guys' thoughts below. Remember, guys, podcast articles, those links are on my channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.